Hey, good afternoon, Facebook. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry we missed last week. You know, life happens, and we got caught up on some things and just didn't make the video last week, and I apologize for that. But we're back here today. Another beautiful Sunday afternoon here in Middletown, Pennsylvania. We're opening up Middletowns History Vault once again. As you come in, click those emojis. Let us know where you're at. Make a comment. Comments help us with getting these videos spread around. And we also ask that you share these videos as much as you can. If we get everybody to share, we're going to spread this history of Middletown well beyond Pennsylvania, get it all across the country. So today, as we open up the Middletown History Vault, we're in downtown Middletown on South Union Street at the Charles and Joseph Raymond houses, or we should say they're mansions. The Charles and Joseph Raymond mansions. Some people call these the twins because they look awfully similar to each other. These two irregularly shaped brick and stone mansions are in the Queen Anne style. They're built across the street from each other. They actually face each other. I'm currently facing the Joseph Raymond house. Behind me here is the Charles Raymond house, which a lot of people know as Alfred's Victoria. But across the street, let's spin around here, and you'll see the Joseph house. That's it right there behind me, built in 1889. And it's a rusticated stone first story and brick second story, featuring that circular veranda on the front porch, that circular veranda that people can sit on, and the square corner tower. You can see that there in the background with an irregular pyramid roof. Has a large circular tower as well with a conical roof on the second floor and balcony. So that's the Joseph house. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to go in that one. That one is private owned. But we are going to turn around and talk about the Charles Raymond house, which is, again, many people know as Alfred's Victorian. And we are lucky today. We're going to be able to go inside and take a view of the inside of this beautiful, beautiful home, the Charles Raymond house. Charles Raymond was a partner in the Raymond Campbell Stoveworks, and a family acquired this land back in about 1888, and the home was built in 1891. The architect was Joseph Dice of Spring Glen, Pennsylvania, and a lot of the brownstone you see in this building would have been pulled right from the Hummelstown brownstone quarry. Now, Charles would have overextended himself on this house. It's very elaborate financially, and actually Joseph Raymond extended himself financially, and both of them were imprisoned for money issues. So he extended himself on this, and the family lost the house in 1896, and it became property of the Middletown National Bank, which actually sits just down the street here. And it was later purchased by the Redsecker Young family for about $6,600. In 1902, Simon Cameron Young bought this property for about $7,500, and the place was then bequeathed to his family members Emma and Eliza, who some say their ghosts still dwell within this property. Later, the property was owned by Herman and Sarah Baum in 1949, and they purchased this property for about $10,000. And in 1969, Alfred Pellegrini purchased the property, which they then created the award-winning Alfred's Victorian restaurant, which opened in 1970. So here we are at 2020. That means Alfred's Victorian is celebrating 50 years in business. That's right, 50, the big 50 this year, actually just in July. A week ago or so here, they celebrated that 50th anniversary. In the back of this property, we're not going to be able to see it, as a beautiful carriage house that goes right along with it. Both the Joseph and Charles Raymond homes were placed on the National Registry of Historic Places in August of 1979. They share that National Registry placard. So that's our fourth and fifth National Registry building here in Middletown. We have one more that's going to be on Main Street. We're going to try to do that one next week. So let's flip this camera around, and we're going to actually get a chance to walk inside of the Charles Raymond house, now Alfred's Victorian. So here we are at the front of Alfred's Victorian. You can see all the brownstone brick second floor, all the beautiful ornate stonework that has been done Alfred's has outdoor patio seating, and their new takeout windows are put in. You can come out and get an adult milkshake if you'd like, or some regular ice cream. They are expanding over here to our left as you enter towards the front door. They're expanding and putting in a larger patio section for more outdoor seating. We'll take a look here. Really some neat features. You see the beautiful stained glass windows outside. We want to come around here and check out this corner piece. Excuse the uptight close video, but beautiful, beautiful rounded side. And if we can zoom in, we'll see if we can't catch this. You can see the R in there. This is how ornate, how much money they put into it. The R standing for Raymond, right into that stonework. Really, really cool. And it goes on back beside the building here, and you can see there in the background, that's the carriage house to this structure. And come on around front here, we're going to walk inside, and we're going to get a chance to meet Robin Pellegrini, who is the current owner and operator of Alfred's Victorian. There's the National Registry plaque and the Middletown Restoration Commission Middletown Historical plaque as well. And open up these beautiful big wooden doors. We're going to take a view inside. So welcome to Alfred's Victorian. This would have been the coat room at one time. You can pick up some ice cream now as we roll in. I was told to point out this floor. Apparently a lot of quilters enjoy taking a look at this floor and photographing it and then making quilts to replicate this floor. And we're gonna roll on in here. Big, beautiful doors. You see the stained glass above the entry of the foyer. And we're gonna walk inside. Let's see if we can find Robin and have her. Hello, Robin.
Hi, Mike.
We can have Robin explain what this beautiful room is here. This is Robin Pellegrini, owner of Alfred's.
Well, this is called the Burgundy Room for obvious reasons, but mainly because the wallpaper that you see here is dated turn of the century. We're not certain that it's original. I believe that Mr. Young, the second owner, probably put his own little handprint on things when he came in as he did the floor. This would have not been totally original. This would have been done by the second owner. The Burgundy Room would have been used as probably Mr. Raymond's office, and as we know it, their family room. The doors all close, all the pocket doors that are behind you close, and they seal it up completely. And then over here, each room has its own little shutter system, and as you can see here, we have these up to keep the hot sun out. We use it to keep the cold out in the winter, and when we're not using them, they disappear, and the windowsill gets folded back. So
And you can see all that beautiful stained glass across the top of the different windows. Just simply beautiful.
Did you get can you get a shot of the lady at the top of the steps?
I can certainly try that. We will try that.
Yeah.
All right. We're just going to follow Robin around. She's going to continue to give us a little tour of the inside of Alfred's and all the historical parts of it, and just beautiful architecture. The staircase that leads to the second floor. We'll just take a brief look. Check out the stained glass at the top of the steps. Just simply beautiful.
And it was all done by William Reith. And that's one in particular that if you're looking at it at different times of day, the shading and so on, it took me a long time to realize, what she's actually looking at across the lake and so on. Most of his work was religious. We don't know what the rabbit means. She has beautiful ruby slippers on. And if you look at the detail, even down at the base where she has her hand, if you follow it down, there's all sorts of little characters in there. And right below the gold band there, you'll see little images of people. So I'm sure it all had symbolism. I just have yet to find it.
Very cool. And as we come down, we got to point out all these amazing awards that Alfred's Victorian has won over their 50 years. I mean, look at the wall is just covered in various awards. Congratulations to them.
Thank you. That's about half of them.
Okay.
We actually had another, we're most romantic most times, and we actually had another engagement here in the middle of all this pandemic. 2 people were engaged 2 weeks ago here at Alfred's Victorian.
Oh, very cool.
Those
Very
are our
nice.
couple stories. And then we can take you, this is a beautiful piece of scroll work here. When my husband purchased it, they went to knock out what they thought was a false wall, and thank goodness they were careful because this was under it. As I said earlier, I think we're blessed with so much of the fretwork or scroll work and our pocket doors, stained glass still being here. I mean, they still work and we do use them. And I can step you into the parlor here where we have lots of engagements with that room. The alcove.
My wife and I celebrated our anniversary and sat in this exact table for our second anniversary, I believe it was.
I think it was.
We sat there in this beautiful little nook together.
But this would have been used, and again, the stained glass is still here. I've had to have some of them repaired. There's one there that'll be going out shortly. We're very blessed to have Cumberland Glass take us on as a client. They do very big jobs, but they're very kind to take on our little jobs here. But this would have been where they did their formal entertaining. And again, look at these pocket doors. William Reith,
Just
every window that he ever
gorgeous.
did has some of these faceted pieces in it, even if it's only one. There's not one window in here that doesn't have that in it. That was his little signature. This one, it's humid today. This one doesn't want it.
Okay.
We're gonna let that one go. And this would have been where they did their formal entertaining. You know, she might have entertained someone doing tea there. And in this room, we have the same windowsill shutters.
Now there is a fireplace in this room. Were any of them functional at any time when you had it, or?
These are not wood burning. These are coal.
Okay.
There's a hopper in there that would have held the hot coals. This had a gravity-fed coal furnace, and there's one of the registers. Down in the basement, there's still the remnants of it, and it shows like there are 6 huge arms that would have come out to keep the house warm. But I'm sure before they would start up the furnace for the winter, they had these to take the chill off. And again, they would have closed the pocket doors and laid their drapes across. And we still do those things. They knew what they were doing back then.
Great.
This would have been the original dining room. We call it the Tuscany room. It's named for the region in Italy where Alfred's father came from, a little town called Semprignano. There's a little rendition of it there, a watercolor that Nick Regari did. And these are probably 2 of my favorite things that people sort of forget are here. These are actually, if you look, we have little window latches right here. And if they weren't painted and caulked shut, this window goes up in, and you literally step up and out onto the side porch.
So they're essentially doors.
They're doors.
Windows that are doors. Large windows that are doors that take you out on the side balcony.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And the butler can then bring you tea or whatever. Still looking for all those servants. We haven't found them yet.
Okay.
This is a different shutter system in here. These completely closed, but they disappear back in here like they're non-existent. And then they come out and close.
Very cool.
But they're inset here, and it's just. And like I said earlier, Mike, I think we have so much of the original here. I credit the person that Fred purchased the house from, Herman Baum. He valued antiques and antiquities, and I think he owned it from 49 to 69, and I think those would have been the years that somebody would have said, get that fireplace mantle out of here, take out the stained glass, I'm not dusting the scroll work, or they would have painted everything white. But I think we were very fortunate that Herman had possession of the house in that particular time period.
We certainly are, and Middletown is fortunate to continue to have such an amazing building here in Middletown, a wonderful restaurant. If you have an opportunity, please stop out and visit Alfred's Victorian Restaurant. It's just simply amazing. The food is just fantastic. And we appreciate you, Robin, and stopping out and giving us the interior history of the home. Again, Charles Raymond Mansion. Across the street, we saw the Joseph Raymond Mansion. As always, if history is something that you are just into and it touches your heart, consider making a contribution to the Middletown Area Historical Society, 29 East Main Street, Middletown, Pennsylvania, 17057. And as always, leave a comment, give us some of those likes, some thumbs up, and share the videos. Guys, we thank you for stopping out. We're going to see you next week. We're going to talk about our 6th building here in Middletown on the National Registry of Historic Places. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.